Yes,
Can I
yes,
have
sir.
one more on Syria?
One more on Syria.
Okay, thank you. And thanks for that serious statement. That might actually be the clearest and the first time that administration talked about Syria. So my follow-up is this.
Can I mention, though, in the midst of that?
Sure.
It is because of your questions, the nature of what your interests are, and the importance of what I think we encourage here when it comes to, there's all kinds of countries and cities that are in the news all the time, but things are happening all around the world that affect all of us, and it's that kind of modern age, and it's exciting to be able to look for those answers and at least provide some insight. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
There is a big expectation for any sanctions relief that U.S. could give to Syria. Is this something the administration is thinking about, and what would it take to give sanctions relief to Syria?
There the sanctions dynamic has not changed, and there's no plans to change it at this point. But there is, so the existing measures that have always existed remain, and I understand why that's a question. But we have authorized Syria General License 24, which allows for transactions meant to help stabilize Syria. So it is not a blanket block, but the previous measures remain, but there is General License 24, again, that allows for transactions to help facilitate the stabilizing of that nation. All right, yes, sir.
Just staying on Syria. You speak a little bit on Syria. I was wondering what's the State Department assessment on the new Syrian constitution that was drafted by the interim authority, which the draft was rejected by the minority groups, and they are saying that it has grants likely no rights of these minority groups, like Kurds and Druze.
So one thing I can tell you, we are following developments that Ahmed al-Shara signed, signed a so-called constitutional declaration, and note concerns expressed around consolidation of power by al-Shara. We continue to call, as I've mentioned in my first part of my statement, for an inclusive, civilian-led government to ensure national institutions are effective, responsive, legitimate, and representative. And we are continuing to watch the interim authorities' actions to see if they guarantee equal rights and treatment for all Syrians and preserve individual freedoms as outlined in that constitutional declaration. So we continue to watch, and I think that will bear out the nature of what it is we're dealing with. Bottom line, we continue to stand with the people of Syria.